Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game that teaches us, even in the face of death, there is meaning in doing the right thing. That doesn't stop me from playing the game like a complete asshat. Now, some of you are probably saying to yourselves, or typing in the comments below, how could you do that? Arthur is naturally a pure character, or not even a pure character. He's the hero. She's supposed to be played as a good guy. Listen, I cared so much about that. I really did. But do you know how many times I've been hunting animals for so long, only for them to disappear? Do you know how many times I have killed people because I accidentally hit quick draw? Do you know how many times I've ended up in a battlefield in the middle of a town because I accidentally got on the wrong person's horse? Listen, I love this game, I really do. But sometimes playing the hero is like trying to be the good guy, but you're trapped in the mind of Nicolas Cage. I've lost my goddamn mind in this game, and I've come to terms with it. I'm a stagecoach robbing psychopath who uses people's bodies as ragdolls and target dummies. Which actually brings me to this video. In today's video, I'm going to attempt to kill Sheriff Malloy without getting caught. Bam, bam. Sheriff Malloy is stationed in Valentine, one of the first towns in the game you come across. He doesn't seem that interesting a character, but he has some lore to him that if you don't want to know about, skip to the timestamp shown here. Sheriff Malloy had an affair. One day, Sheriff Malloy and his mistress got in a fight. Malloy killed her in a fit of rage. Just to be clear here, this is not justice. Malloy killed one person. I killed 7 people, covering up the fact that I had killed 7 other people. I am killing Sheriff Malloy for 2 reasons. Number 1, his lore makes him thumbnail material, and 2, because he's an interesting target. He spends most of his time either out in the streets full of townspeople or being watched in his sleep by the deputy. If my goal is to not get caught killing someone, Sheriff Malloy is a formidable challenge. Bam, bam. Before I begin this challenge, I would like to establish the rules. Rule 1. I can fail. As of writing the script for this part of the video, I have not killed Sheriff Malloy. I am making the rules to the challenge before I begin the challenge. If I fail, this video will be my attempts to kill Mr. Malloy. Rule 2. I cannot have a bounty placed on me. If someone notices that I have killed the sheriff, I have to stop the witness. It doesn't matter if I am disguised because a bounty will still be put on my head as long as I am tied to the murder. Rule 3. No cheats, mods, or hacks. Rule 4. All weapons and tools allowed. 5. Unlimited tries and safe scubbing are obviously allowed. And 6. I don't have to kill the deputy or anyone else, just Sheriff Malloy. With all the rules established, I may now begin to try and kill Sheriff Malloy without getting caught. Bam, bam. I don't know how Malloy is coded or scheduled, but the 2 places I find him in most commonly are inside or out in front of the sheriff's office. Obviously, I can't kill him in front of the office, but when I tried to wait for him to go inside, he never went in there. Besides, the inside of the sheriff's department contains 2 bounties that I have collected. I don't know if the bounties will report me for killing the sheriff, but I had a plan that would take the bounties out of the picture and force Sheriff Malloy into his office. Skip to the timestamp if you don't want to know what happens to this lady right here. She's a special NPC encounter that you can go the whole game without noticing. But she is the centerpiece of my plan. She's never given a name, so we're gonna call her Mistress. Mistress is a serial killer. She lures in men pretending to be a prostitute and then kills them. Mistress can only be encountered at night, where she will ask for your help outside the Valentine Saloon. She takes you up to a room where she killed a man. Her story will be that she was defending herself and she needs your help to hide the body. Or she'll be tried for a murder she didn't commit. The prostitute will ask you to take the body and hide it. But you can alternatively go to the sheriff's office and report her crime. If you do this, the bounties will temporarily despawn, so that way the prostitute killer can have a jail cell, and the sheriff himself will take her into the jail cell. The only thing left to do was kill the sheriff and not get caught. To avoid making noise, I would use throwing knives. Here's how it would play out. What the heck? Okay, so based on the fact that, we don't see the knife anymore, I'm gonna say either Sheriff Malloy stood up with a knife in his chest, or Sheriff Malloy stood up after the knife went through his chest and burst out the other side. Alright, looking at the footage, the second he knew I was drawing a knife is when the law was on me. If I want to kill Sheriff Malloy, I can't let him know it's coming. Bam, bam. This is how you avoid copyright. The Night Mistress plan had failed me, but I didn't have another idea at the moment, so I went back, but I changed how I dealt with the Night Mistress. This time, instead of reporting the body to the sheriff, I simply declined to help the mistress. When you do this, she tries to kill you. If you beat her in a fist fight, you can then report the murder to the sheriff. Once that happens, he'll go to the room you fought her in, and there he'll pick up the dead man and bring the corpse along to the sheriff's office through the back. Are you kidding me? The dead guy's body took the axe for him. After this attempt, I couldn't get the Night Mistress event to happen again, even though I had reloaded to save. I'm not sure why, and it doesn't matter. On to the next attempt. Bam, bam. The next idea I had was to snipe him. If I shot him from far away enough, it doesn't matter if the body is reported, because I'm nowhere near the body. Logically, I can't be held accountable for a crime no one knows I did. There is no reason the game should put a bounty on my head. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not think that was going to work. I thought the game was just going to say, you've got a bounty on your head anyhow. I had another plan that was going to use like a super complicated maneuver I'll tell you about in a second. I was really not expecting that to work. Alright. Credit for this plan goes to a YouTube channel called EDEpot. On this channel, there are a bunch of videos on RDR2 and how to break specific parts of the game. In one video on Sheriff Malloy, EDEpot showed a glitch where you can break into Sheriff Malloy's house. When it happens, you can grab Sheriff Malloy, and then, the game gives you the option to strangle him. Since NPCs aren't supposed to be inside the house, I figured that I could kill Malloy with the glitch, and no one would ever find the body. Thus, the game would have no way to put a bounty on me. I don't know what to say here. I felt really clever for finding out about the glitch, even though, EDEpot is the one who actually found it, and I just found his videos, but either way, mission accomplished, I guess. I'm just slightly disappointed. Well, it took some work, but I finally freed this town of the filth that was Sheriff Malloy. This town can now prosper under liberty, equality, and the sense of security in knowing that the sheriff comes back from the dead. I did not load a save. This is not a trick, he just respawns. Thank you so much, Rockstar. We really needed to add necromancy to the Red Dead universe in all the wrong places. Before this video ends, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Detective Ed Seipel. I intend to make lore investigations, challenge videos, and playthroughs. I highly doubt that anyone who sees this video is interested in subscribing for my content, but if you look at my my about page, I have a list of things that I will do depending on how many subscribers I get. If you would like to cause me great pain or great joy, subscribe. It will do both at once. With all that said, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.